In this video, I want to talk about how you can properly provide urgency on a sales call. So let's dive on into it. As you know, my name is Mike Poglese, co-founder of Automated Coaching Engine, where we partner with transformational coaches, help them scale their businesses without spending money on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. So to dive on into this topic, how to properly provide urgency on a sales call, it really kind of comes down to three key things. Now, number one, you have altitude. You have to be confident as fuck how you carry yourself on the sales call. You need to speak, you need to articulate confidently, you need to come with emotion, enthusiasm. Think about like on the other side, like what you really like, what you're attracted to. Naturally, we're attracted to high energy people who smile on the call. There's actually statistics that say even on a phone call, people know, people can tell, people can sense that you're smiling. You need to be smiling on the sales call. You need to be happy to even have that opportunity, because at the end of the day, number one, you have opportunity to help somebody change their life or their business, and you have opportunity to make a commission, get some more cash, get some more dough, which at the end of the day, that's what we're all really here to do. Whether that, equals time freedom, financial freedom, whatever the case might be, that is the real goal. It needs that paper. So number one is altitude. Altitude is, you just have to be super confident in the way you carry yourself. You need to know, like what you can do for the problems that person presents, the solutions that you can bring to those problems directly. You just like overall need to articulate yourself as a high level person. You are a trusted advisor to that person. And like I said, this conversation could change that person's career trajectory, their business trajectory, their life trajectory, whatever the case might be. You have to operate in that mindset like, hey, I'm here to help and serve you. And if everything makes sense, if 1 + 1 = 2, this could potentially change a lot of shit for you. So let's jam. Number two, you need to have logic. You need to understand, like I said, you need to articulate problem solutions very clearly. You need to present yourself in a dialed in way. Like you need to know your shit. Even like what I'm doing right now, the the likes, those types of things, like you need to mitigate a lot of that type of stuff. You need to know your stuff like it's the back of your hand. No matter when somebody puts you into a sales position, you need to be able to execute and perform at the highest level possible, and always be in the mindset to help. That's another thing that ties into logic, is be in the mindset of help. Communicate with like, hey, I'm here to help you. Obviously, like I have bills to pay and shit like that, but at the end of the day, man, I'm here to help you. The reason that I can pay my bills this way is because I help people with the problems that you have. So communicating with logic is one of those things there. So you have altitude, being confident, and communicating, articulating yourself with logic is number two. Number three is going to be pressure. You need to pressure that person the right way into actually paying the payment, actually closing the deal. That's the only way that you're actually going to get something through. Now, there's a difference between pressure the right way and the wrong way. Pressure the right way is properly handling objections by identifying them, isolating, and then providing the best solution using logic. So basically what that kind of comes down to is like, prime example, if it's a money situation. So I completely understand, name. Do you even have $5,000 to your name? Yes or no? No? Okay, no problem. What if I could get you in the door with no money down? Would that be a yes? Would you be down for that? Hell yeah. All right, perfect. Then we have a problem. See how I identified and I isolated the problem, but at the same time, I solved it with logic. So that's really what pressure comes down to, is closing, pushing through the deal the proper way. The wrong way is by getting pissed off, getting emotions, tied into the conversation to where you get fucking hung up on, and that person never comes back in the future to pay you. And, there's a big like common misconception out there that like, if you don't close this person on the first deal, they're not going to come back around. That's true if you got a bullshit offer and, like you don't have any case studies, you don't have any testimonials, and you don't know how to follow up. But it's not true if you have a fucking good offer, you have proof of the offer working, and you know how to properly follow up. So with that being said, the three main things that you need to properly provide urgency on a sales call is altitude, logic, and pressure. Now, I want to dive into a couple of examples, but before I do, I want to highlight one thing. Pressure is not saying, oh, I only have one more spot this week or 3 more spots for the month. And like the reason I say that is because that's a horrible way to apply pressure, is because think about it. If you said that to somebody, now this might only be me because I'm like in sales and marketing and shit like that. I actually have a business, but like if I were to tell somebody that, or if somebody were to tell me that, let's do that. If somebody were to tell me that, Mike, I can only work with one more person this month, I'd be like, bullshit, dude. Even if it is a time situation, you would find the fucking time for me to pay you the money that you want to get from this deal. Trust me. Even if they're, you sold that one spot, if I came back, an hour later, there's no way you're going to tell me no. I know it. I'm a business owner, dude. I know it. We ain't fucking denying nobody's money here, no matter what the urgency is. So scarcity and urgency can be dealt with much better. So let's dive into that. I want to dive into some examples. These are actual examples that I ripped right from our freaking script, but it really kind of comes down to 2 things here. Number 1, you have altitude, logic, and pressure, but how do you actually apply that pressure? You apply that pressure through selling to the person's problems, the prospect's problems, not what you can help solve as far as your product. Now, if that person's problems are direct solutions that you offer in your product, only sell those solutions. Don't sell the entire fucking product. That's the biggest thing I see here. I mentioned I need help with lead gen and, sales funnels. Well, Kathy, I can help you with lead gen, sales funnels, content, closing, this, and this. By the way, we got a private community, we got accountability, we got all these other things. Kathy is now fucking confused. She's not sure if it's the right offer. And you can help her because her pain points were lead gen and a sales system, systems like funnels and shit like that. You blew yourself out of the deal because you weren't paying attention to what Kathy said. And what Kathy said is she only had 2 problems. Now, even though you might know for a fact that everybody that comes through your door, they have these problems. I know it, whether they know it or not. I know they have these problems. Even though you know that and you have solutions to those problems, it doesn't fucking mean that Kathy wants to buy those solutions right now. So instead, turn those into bonuses. Kathy pays you for the 2 problems that she said she had, lead gen and systems, and then from there, you just go into a situation to where she hops in on the inside. She's like, holy fuck, they got a whole sales mastery section. They got a freaking closer that they got a sales coach that they hired specifically for sales coaching calls on their team. Dude, this is crazy. This is way more value than what I paid for. All I needed was fucking lead gen and systems. Here, I got all this other stuff. This is amazing. Notice how that completely transpires their thought process. They're no longer confused if it's the right product because you only sold them on their pain points, which forces them to think it's the right product. And it's the only product. It's the only viable option for them. So going into the price drop now, this is how you can actually get them to close a deal on the call. This is the biggest thing. I got to think about it. Why you got to think about it? Why we got to put time into this? People don't want to make decisions. They're scared to make decisions. And at the end of the day, if people buy high ticket coaching services or fucking anything without any type of thinking, they're nuts. Any type of purchase I make, I think about it. I just ordered like 15 hats with our branding on it, and actually it was like, I think it was 15 or something like that. The ticket was like 3 something on it, $300 or something. I was like, man, what the fuck am I spending $300 for? I literally didn't pay the invoice for days because I was like, what the fuck am I doing this for? So even on like the smallest, and like, by the way, like $300 isn't really a lot for like, the expenses that, we're spending like 40 grand a month. What's $300, So, like it's not one of those things where it really needs to be thought about, but we're fucking human. We don't want to make bad decisions. What if the hats come and they don't look right, or, one's got a little tick on it, or it's already got some sweat stains on it, or somebody's handprint on it? I'd be fucking pissed. But like, that's the thing, is like, it's natural to think about the downsides. How we drop the price is typically working with me to implement this process is a one-time fee of $7,500, but as long as we can come to an agreement today, I can get that price down to $5,000 for you. Does that sound fair? Notice how I didn't try and explain, payment plans, this, that, this. Now listen to me. I can get that price down to $5,000 for you if you make a decision today. Does that sound good? Yes or no? Oh, well, I gotta think about it. No worries. I understand there's definitely some things to consider here, but I know you wouldn't buy a car without test driving it, so I would hate to have you make a decision from the outside without knowing what's on the inside. Let's get the agreement handled, and if at any point you decide it's not a good fit, shoot us a text. We'll refund you every penny, no questions asked. Does that sound fair? No, Mike, doesn't fucking sound fair. Look, no problem, Matt. I know you'd be a great fit for the automated coaching engine based on your pain points of, needing help with lead gen and needing fucking help with creating sales funnels. So I'd hate for me to reach out to you in a month and you're still in the same position with having trouble finding, ways to generate leads and having trouble finding ways to build an actual damn sales funnel. So if you don't mind me asking, is it the money that's holding you back, brother? Yes, it's the money, Mike. No problem, man. I totally understand not everyone is in a position to invest $5K right now. So let me ask you, do you even have $5,000? No? No worries, man. I understand. Not everyone is in a position to invest $5,000 right at this moment either. So let me ask you, how close can you get to that number? I'm not sure, Mike. I got to think about it before I can put any money down. Look, man, I totally understand. However, you did tell me that you had a real big problem with lead gen and you had a real big problem with fucking a sales process, a sales funnel. And I'm confident we can help you with that as mentioned. The $2,500 discount is for today only. It's for this call only. Let's lock in the price point now and set up a call for the same time tomorrow. On that call, you can either tell me I want a refund or let's rock this shit. So with that said, what are you comfortable to committing to right now to lock in that price point? Well, Mike, I think I can do $500 right now. Perfect, Matt. Here's the invoice. It's already sent over to you. Go ahead and get that completed. I'll get onboarding sent over to you right as soon as I get the notification that it's completed. Boom. Paid. Perfect. Onboarding sent. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Good for you, brother. You're going to have time to check out the course and stuff and be able to make a yes or no decision. Tell me fuck yeah or fuck no. Yeah, I can do that for you, brother. Perfect. Call you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time. By the way, real quick before I jump, is there anything else you want me to send you before our call tomorrow that's going to help you make that yes or no decision? Nah, Mike, I think I'm all good, man. I definitely think I can check out these video modules. I'll be able to get a good understanding if I want to be a part of your shit or not. Perfect, Matt. Call you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Click. Boom. That's how you do it, man. With that being said, that is how you properly provide urgency on a call. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me at mikepoglese on Instagram. I downloaded it back on my phone now, so I'll see it a little bit more. I don't know, maybe not, but just fucking DM me on Instagram at mikepoglese. Like, comment, subscribe. Share it with a friend if you got some nuggets. Share it out to the world. 1 + 1 = 2. If you share it to one person, that's 2 people watching it, baby. Have a great one. Adios.